Hey everyone, it's Gemini Timeline Tarot. This is your tarot card for the week of June 8th, 2025. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. I've set the intention of this reading to be for your sun, moon, rising, as well as your Venus placements. If you're not sure what those placements are, then also in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement or placements that you wish to view. I do recommend that you see all four because then you can select the pieces of those readings that best resonate with you to create your own unique reading for the week ahead. Speaking of this unique reading, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. I've already issued that video for the week of June 8th. This tarot card of the week reading is more of like a self-help guide, so we can all work towards becoming a better version of ourselves. At the end of this reading, I will do a collective general reading for everyone watching, utilizing the mystery card here at the bottom of this deck. Speaking of collective reading, that's exactly what this is. A lot of people get upset in the comments, and I just don't understand why. It is a collective general reading. That means it's not individualized or personalized to you. Therefore, messages may not come through today that fully resonate. And look, it happens to me all the time as a Gemini, whether I'm watching my own collective reading that I do for Gemini or I watch others on YouTube. Not every message aligns with my journey, and that's okay. There's no need to get upset. Just take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. If it's not your message, it just means it's meant for someone else. If you would like a live Zoom tarot reading with yours truly, then you can visit my website, thetimelinetaro.com, for more information. With all of that said, let's begin. Hello, Aries. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of June 8th, 2025. You have the 10 of Wands. What has become overwhelming in your life? I kind of feel like a crushing energy right now on the Aries collective because there is either something monumental that you're facing that has become too burdensome. You feel like I can't carry this. I don't know how to move forward, right? In the 10 of Wands card, the individual is holding 10 wands and they can't see the next step. They keep taking one step after another. It is a great card of perseverance because it within those 10 of Wands are 9 wands, and 9 wands is all about perseverance. But it's tiresome nonetheless to take each step. For others of you, you have a monumental life decision that you have to make. And although it's a particular direction you want to move your life in, it's still really difficult because, again, it's like I can't see the next step because I have so much to do in order to move my life onto that path. And yeah, absolutely, it can become overwhelming. So let's see what advice here we can get for you, my love. The 10 of Wands, what has become overwhelming in your life? For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. It's definitely a question that you need to ponder this week instead of ignoring it or thinking it's okay, right? I can just keep going this way. It's like, no, there's steps we can take now to relieve that burden for you. Tell me more about this for Aries, please. One more shuffle. Thank you. First card out is the 5 of Swords, followed by the 9 of Pentacles, the World card, and the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the 2 of Pentacles. Again, I have the 2 of Swords here. I have 2 swords here in the Queen and in the Ace. There's like a big decision here that you need to make in your life. Yeah, right behind that, we have the Chariot. For some of you, you're afraid to move forward with something. I don't know what this is for you. Maybe you're afraid to open up a business. Maybe you need to have a medical procedure done. You know, maybe you're looking to relocate to the other side of the world. I don't know what it is for you each, right, individually, because it's a collective reading. But some of you are like just afraid of taking the first step towards that. Or like I said, you have something like external to you that you have to deal with, and you're just afraid of having to confront it or having to deal with it. For others of you, you have an uncomfortable discussion that you need to have with an individual, and you're resisting having that discussion. So take the message, how it resonates to you. I see you here being internally conflicted because you're facing something that to you feels like it's life-crushing or life-changing or kind of end of the world sort of scenario, which it may or may not be for you. I don't know your individual stories, but I kind of feel like you feel as if you're alone in this 9 of Pentacles energy. So, and I love the 9 of Pentacles energy typically because it means I'm very independent and I'm grounded and I can face any challenge in the world all on my own. But this is a big challenge that you're facing. Again, whether it's relocating, changing industries, changing jobs, again, could be health related. I'm not, legally allowed, I guess, in my state to do a health reading. But whatever this is for you, I kind of feel like the Aries collective feels like I'm facing this alone. And this is Source or the divine here telling you, no, Page of Cups, all you need to do is ask. Just ask for the help. You have at least one person in your life. They don't have to be another, they don't have to be an air sign or a water sign here with that Page of Cups to the Queen of Swords. But there is someone here that you can ask for help. Whether that's a friend, a family member, a lover, a coworker, a neighbor. There's someone here that if you ask them for help, they would help you balance out this situation, or they would help you find some type of resolution to the problem that you're facing. So I kind of feel like the Aries collective is trying to grin and bear it and tackle this project or get through this life storm, whatever this is, on their own. And this is Spirit just telling you, like, it's very brave and bold of you to want to do this on your own, but you don't have to do this on your own. For others of you, like I said, you do have an uncomfortable conversation that you need to have with someone, and you kind of have been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And I don't know if that's giving your job resignation. I don't know if that's you telling your partner you don't want to be with them anymore. Again, it's different for all of you. Canceling a lease on an apartment. But it's like, if you just have that conversation with that individual, I think you'll realize that they're, whether they agree with you or not, their reaction will not be maybe as negative as you're fearing. And that could be, that 10 of Wands could be fear sometimes building up of, I don't want to say it, right? And I always say, having that 15 seconds of insane courage to say what it is we want to say sometimes are the most nerve-wracking seconds of our life. But you're carrying an emotional burden here because you're not saying it. So take the message how it resonates to you, my love. If you're facing something big, this is letting you know you're not facing it alone. You have at least one other person in your life that can help you with this. And if there's an uncomfortable conversation that you need to have with someone, while they may not agree with you 100%, they will understand it and help recalibrate the connection, or maybe even part. Like, if that's something that you want to do, it's like this person would even part or separate or disengage from you in a more balanced way than you may be realizing. So your message here is, instead of being in the Two of Swords, be in the Chariot and move forward with whatever this is, whether it's asking for help or having that uncomfortable conversation. That's what I have for you, Aries, for the week of June 8th, 2025. You are not alone, seems to be the message here. So what has become overwhelming in your life? Think about that this week, and then think about at least one person that can help you resolve this issue. That's what I have for you, my dear. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of June 8th, 2025. You have the Six of Cups. What memories from the past are trying to get your attention? Tell me why the Six of Cups here is Taurus's tarot card of the week. What memories from your past are trying to get your attention for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? Now, keep in mind, Taurus, in case you missed the intro, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. This is the tarot card of the week is more or less like a self-help guide to help us all become a better version of ourselves. So tell me why the Six of Cups card is here for Taurus this week. Let's get one more shuffle here for you, Taurus, please, and thank you. Your first card out, my dear, is the Eight of Wands, followed by the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Fool, the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, and I grabbed two cards here. The Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. And that leaves the Lovers to the Eight of Swords to the Devil here at the bottom of the deck. If it's not your message, remember, just check another placement. But the feeling I get here, Taurus, is for some of you this week, there seems to be a childhood fantasy or a childhood dream that you had at some time. This Page of Pentacles to the Seven of Cups to the Six of Cups. This is a lot of Neptune and Pisces, daydreamy kind of feeling here. So I don't know how this relates to you for your individual story, but maybe you idealize what a relationship should look like or feel like. Maybe you have a dream goal or a dream job or a certain industry you want to be in. I feel like this goes back to your childhood. It's something that you always wanted to do or you thought you should do. Or maybe it was even how, again, idealizing relationships, whether they're professional, platonic, or romantic. I feel like these memories that are coming through this week in the Eight of Wands, like they could be coming in through your thoughts, your dreams at night, kind of like downloads from the universe. They're not actual memories of like things that actually occurred for your life. It's more like maybe the way what you thought your life would look like. It's like those memories triggering back from childhood. This message is telling you, Taurus, to move forward on that childhood dream, whatever that is for you. Like, take that leap of faith, claim your independence and your autonomy see things very clearly in this Queen of Swords energy. I kind of feel like the message here for the Taurus collective is like, you are not put on this earth to be another cog in the machine, right? You have goals and dreams and aspirations, and you should move forward towards them. So if you're finding yourself in a job that you're not really happy with, again, no one's telling you to quit your job this week and go off and be, you know, a singer or a dancer or, you know, whatever this dream was as a child. But don't ignore that dream either. If that's something that you really wanted to do, Page of Pentacles, this would be the opportune time for you to not only reflect on that dream, but then to also acquire tangible knowledge or information, or maybe even education, or develop that skill set so you can pursue that dream as opposed to ignoring it. So it's like taking that leap of faith to start working on that dream of yours. If you grew up thinking, you know, a romantic relationship was going to look this way, and you're currently in a romantic relationship and it's not looking that way and it's not feeling that way, or maybe it's grown stuck or stale or stagnant, then this is an opportune time for you to begin working on ways to maybe improve that relationship. If it's completely toxic, then become free and autonomous of it, see it clearly, and move forward in your life so you can then just find the relationship or the partner that is more aligned with what you envisioned a romantic relationship would be. There's just something here that you fantasized or you dreamed about as a child, Taurus, and you kind of got lost, or not you got lost, your dream got lost in your path of becoming an adult. And this week is a good week for you to kind of reflect back on what that dream or those dreams were, and then acquire information on how you can begin fulfilling them. It's almost like creating a bucket list of what you wanted to do as a child. And it could be simply as visiting certain places, or, you know, being part of a particular industry or a certain job that you wanted. This is just a reminder from the divine that you're never too old to try again. You're never too old to be inspired to follow your dreams. I think for a lot of you, this is already plaguing you. This is, you're already caught up in your head here with this choice. So if this message isn't resonating for you, then just check another placement. But I've tapped into a group of you that you already know that you have this dream or dreams or desires within yourself. And when you look at the life you have today, they don't really align with those dreams. They're nowhere close to those dreams. And so you have been contemplating making the decision to move towards those dreams, but there's something here that's keeping you stuck or stagnant. And for most of you, it's just your thought, your thoughts here. You know, the Eight of Swords to the Devil is all, oh God, and the Moon card, those are all the negatives. What ifs? What if I do that? What if I leave this? What, you know, but they're the negative what ifs, they're not the good what ifs. So there's something here about you shifting your mindset into seeing that these dreams and goals and aspirations you have are well worth your attempt to at least inquire on how you can begin to make them come true. Better to have tried and to have failed, you know, than to have never tried at all. And don't get caught up in that Devil to the Eight of Swords, because you'll never move forward in your path of life if you always allow fear and doubts and insecurities to restrict your movement. The last thing any of us want is to leave this earth with a mountain of regret. So definitely a time here for the Taurus collective, maybe to start journaling or writing down these various dreams and goals and aspirations that they have. And then this week, once you make that list, start to take incremental steps and how you can make each of them a reality, because Taurus, you deserve to have your dreams come true as well. That is what I have for you, my dear, for the week of June 8th, 2025. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Taurus, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini twin gang. If you're celebrating your birthday this week, I'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. Gemini, let's take a look at your tarot card of the week. Keep in mind that this is not what you don't see coming. The tarot card of the week reading that I do is more of a self-help, so we can all become a better version of ourselves. The Ten of Swords, which actually isn't a bad card for Gemini. I say it all the time. It is the sun in Gemini. So Ten of Swords card is asking all of us, what situation in your life needs to come to an end? It could be a situation, it could be a relationship, it could be a pattern, it could be a habit. You know, claim it and take it how it resonates to you. But there's something you're dealing with that either you're inflicting on yourself or someone or something else is inflicting on you. And the heartache and the pain and the despair that is causing you needs to come to an end. And like I said, it could just be something like a habit, right? It could be like, I don't know, smoking or something like that. So let's see what this is for you, Gemini. Tell me more about the Ten of Swords here for Gemini. What situation in your life needs to come to an end? Could be fears, doubts, insecurities for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is the Ten of Swords the tarot card of the week for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus? Thank you. The Hangman popped out of the deck. This is followed by Justice, the Two of Cups, and the World card. Wow, that's a lot of major arcana cards for a little 4-card spread. We then have the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Gemini, I feel like when it comes to, I have 2 different messages here. Yeah, for the Gemini collective, I have 2 different messages here. For some of you, you have a soulmate, soul bond connection in your life in this Two of Cups that you really need to see from a different perspective. And if you see it from a different perspective, you will realize that it is not just fair or balanced, and you actually need to Ten of Swords, put an end to it. You appear to be very much up in your head, Eight of Swords to the Queen of Swords, about whether or not you want to do this. It's almost like these negative thoughts you're having of like, I can't live without this person, or I don't want to like excommunicate this person from my life, is clouding your judgment. Because if you can see this connection for what it truly is, then you would know that it's not healthy for you. It's not fair and it's not balanced, and there's no reciprocity. So you either can have a conversation with whomever this person is. This could be your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, you know what I mean? Could be your neighbor, your coworkers, your friends, friend group, could be your lover, your spouse. But there's a need here, instead of you tolerating the unfairness here or the injustice that's occurring, you can do one or two things. You can have that truthful, honest conversation with this person about how we can improve this connection moving forward. Ten of Pentacles, how we can improve it for the duration, or you need to cut it out of your life once and for all. The choice is really yours. But staying in a connection or connections where you're constantly feeling the Ten of Swords, you're constantly tolerating being backstabbed, being betrayed, lied to, manipulated, that's not healthy for you. And as much as you love this person, you need to see it from another perspective. That Ten of Swords is not love, regardless of who this person is. Ten of Swords is just not love. I have a secondary message here for the Gemini collective, which they're probably not going to like, but let me clarify that Justice card. Yeah, bottom of the deck, Hierophant. Tell me more about the Justice card here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Justice, clarified by Hermit, Queen of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups. I feel for some of you, you are drawn to connections in your life that offer you financial stability. And look, this could be situations, environments, or connections, okay? And they're not necessarily the best connections for you. This is staying in remember we saw the Hierophant card. So this is staying at a job that pays you well, or you have a fancy title, but you really don't love it. It's not balanced. You're not treated well. You don't get raises and promotions when you're supposed to. You're constantly feeling the Ten of Swords in some aspect with the job, but you keep it because it looks good, or you make good money at it. And there's something here about you're actually lowering your worth by staying connected to that professional connection. Now, this isn't the divine telling you to quit your job, but it is telling you to know your worth. You can have a conversation with your employer about your worth and about what you expect out of a job, or you can look for another job or another industry to be in, because clearly the one you're in, you don't really love, you don't like, it's not balanced. You're there for the title and you're there for the money. It could be, let's say, a housing situation where you own a house or you rent an apartment you really can't afford, but it looks good to everyone else. Looks good on paper, looks good in the photographs. Meanwhile, you're in debt up to your eyeballs. So again, there's something of like, this is not fair. This is not balanced. You're scrounging to, pennies here to pay the bills. But it's this, well, I have to put on the appearance that I'm Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles in my homestead. Well, what good is that if every other week you're getting a notice that the electricity is about to be shut off? You know what I mean? For others of you, you could be drawn to connections, whether they're friendship or romantic. Remember, we saw the Hierophant card, so that very well could be like a marriage where there is no love, or there is no equal reciprocity, or there is no respect, but you're in it or you cling to it because it offers you some type of monetary value, or again, what it looks like on paper, or what it looks like to the community or the Joneses, like keeping up with the Joneses, that type of thing. So take the messages how they resonate to you. For some of you, you are in a connection or connections, whether professional, platonic, or romantic, that you know are not healthy for you. These individuals, regardless of who they are in your life, they do not have your best interests at heart. And there's a need here for you to step out of the Eight of Swords, all that, the negative thinking, the muddled thinking, and actually see this connection or connections for what they really are. And what they really are is actually detrimental to you. So you can have a conversation with this person or these people. And if that doesn't work, then the advice basically here is to end that connection. For others of you, like I said, you're in a job, a housing situation, maybe even a long-term relationship or marriage that you're not happy with. You have no love for it. You're there for status, title, how it looks on paper, the time served, right? I can't leave this marriage because the time served, 10 of Pentacles or something like that, but you're not happy in it. And at the end of the day, all you're really doing is 10 of sorting yourself. You're betraying yourself in that respect. So there would be a need here then for you to take the appropriate steps necessary. And it might not happen overnight, Knight of Pentacles energy, but to move towards your wish fulfillment. A housing situation that is very nice, but one that you can afford. A job where you can make a good living, but one that you really love. A relationship that is finely balanced between, love and that provides you with that fine balance of love and resources. So there's just something here for the Gemini collective to look at connections in their life, whether they're professional, platonic, or romantic, and take steps to put an end to the ones that are detrimental to them or that only look good on paper. At the end of the day, there needs to be a fine balance between stability and structure, and resources and love. And there's a group of you here where you kind of forgot about the love part. It's time to remember it. That's what I have for you, Gemini, for the week of June 8th, 2025. Again, if that's not your message, my dear, just check another placement. But if it is and it resonates with you, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. Let's see where your tarot card is for the week of June 8th, 2025. Keep in mind, Cancer, this is not what you don't see coming. The tarot card of the week is more or less a self-help guide to help all of us become a better version of ourselves. Your tarot card for the week is the Eight of Swords. What situation in your life is holding you back? Some of you might feel trapped, like, oh, I can't do anything about the situation, environment, or connection, but the divine is here to tell you you can. The only person who's keeping you trapped in whatever this is you. And whether that's doubts, fears, insecurities, there's nothing physical keeping you in a bad situation. Tell me more about this here for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is the Eight of Swords their tarot card of the week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, my dear, the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords to the Eight of Swords, my word. To the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. You're basically sabotaging your own happiness or prosperity for yourself. Bottom of the deck, we have Two of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and Three of Wands. And that leaves the Seven of Cups here to the Four of Cups. It's almost like you're rejecting a new path or rejecting following a dream or pursuing something that you want to do. What this is different for all of you. That Ace of Pentacles, becoming vulnerable again to put yourself out there and meet your counterpart, to meet a soulmate, someone who you can build a solid Ace of Pentacles relationship with for the future. For others of you, that Three of Wands to the Ace of Pentacles could be you want to change jobs, or you want to open up your own business, or if you're already an entrepreneur or business owner, you have ideas about how to expand the business. But these fears, doubts, and insecurities are holding you back. So you take the message how it resonates to you. There's a new beginning that you really want. Your soul is almost calling for you to move towards it. But because of past losses or fears, doubts, or insecurities, you're sabotaging yourself from moving forward and making that dream a reality. It's almost like you're rejecting your own dream. So I don't know what transpired here for you in the past. Like maybe you had a string of romantic relationships end horribly, and now you're really afraid to put yourself back out there. But you're only sabotaging yourself from meeting your soulmate who you can build a beautiful life with. For others of you, you have this dream of being a business owner, but you're deathly afraid of taking just even one step forward to making that dream a reality. It's like you're rejecting your own dream here. Four of Cups to the Seven of Cups. This is everything I want to do with my life. But every time I think about moving forward with it, I'm rejecting it. This message is telling you to step into the energy of the King/Queen of Wands and move forward, plow through the devil here, these doubts, fears, insecurities, all the negative what ifs. Eight of Swords actually is the lower octave of the devil. It's like minor arcana card to the devil, basically. So there's definitely a need here to put an end to the negative what ifs. Again, no one's telling you to get on a dating site tomorrow if you're not ready, or to marry the first person that you meet, or to quit your job Monday morning and then start your own business. But this is the week for you to identify the only thing holding me back from chasing this new beginning or finding it or, claiming it for myself is me. There's no one else holding you back, my love. It's your negative thoughts, it's your doubts, fears, and insecurities. And whether they're rooted in some traumatic experiences you've had, or they just kind of creeped into you because of what people said to you over the years, either way, there's a need for you to really unroot this negative thinking, because it is preventing you from moving forward with what could really be literally a golden opportunity. So that's what I have for you, Cancer, for the week of June 8th, 2025. What situation in your life is holding you back from moving forward towards this new solid beginning? And the answer here really is your negative thoughts. So there's a need here for you to have a more positive mindset when it comes to this change that you want to make or the direction you want to take. That's what I have for you, my love, for the week of June 8th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of June 8th, 2025. Keep in mind, my love, this is not what you don't see coming. The tarot card of the week is more or less a reading for all of us so we can become a better version of ourselves. So let's see what your card is. You have the Empress. What is growing and evolving in your life that needs your attention? This is applicable whether or not you are masculine or feminine. The Empress is just the energy of an individual who's ready to birth something new in their life. Could be a business, could be a relationship, could be children for those of you who want children. But what is growing and evolving in your life that needs your attention? It's like you've been wanting to do something and you kind of been putting it on the back burner. And I get that, right? Life comes up, life happens. We deal with situations and emotions, and sometimes we need to tend to those things. But it's like time to get back to the drawing board because you left something on that back burner that you really need to start working towards. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. And you don't have to get it all done this week, but you can begin to find a balanced way to make this dream a reality for yourself. Tell me what this is here for Leo. Why is the Empress their tarot card of the week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Five of Cups. We have the Sun card. We have the Four of Wands. And we have the Strength card. You're holding yourself back from moving forward in your life because you're still grieving the loss of something or someone that you lost. So I could be speaking to a Leo that you're holding yourself back from actually finding another job because you're afraid of rejection. Even though, you need that money, but you're holding yourself back. For others of you, you could be holding yourself back from like re-entering the dating pool because you're still focused on this loss. Now, I'm not telling you to jump into the dating pool tomorrow. That would be absurd. Rebounding is never a healthy thing to do. But there is something here, some dream or goal that you have, and you've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. It actually would make you very happy. Sun card, Ten of Cups, and Ten of Pentacles. But you're so focused on whatever this has been that you've lost. And I don't know how long ago you lost it. Could be a week ago, could be 10 years ago. I don't know. There could be something here where I could be speaking to a Leo where you want to open up a business, but you already tried that and it failed. And so you're holding yourself back from like trying again or opening up another business. I just kind of feel here that there was something you wanted to do. You put on the back burner because you were dealing with something else. And now you have this sadness and this disappointment. You're so focused on this that it's like, all right, no one's telling you not to heal, but we need to get back to the business of living. We got to get back to this dream. Queen of Wands, Three of Cups, Ten of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. I almost want to say, this can sound so terrible, working on this new adventure, whatever this is for you, this Ace of Pentacles. I feel like for most of you, this is business related, but because you have been dealt quite a blow emotionally, it's like you're not moving forward with this Ace of Pentacles, learning this new skill, expanding a skill, launching a business. It's like you started See how the cards came out? You could be masculine or feminine, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. I'm really happy to move towards this new financial opportunity. But then all of a sudden, something happened that you weren't expecting. You incurred some kind of loss here. And I don't know what that is for you. Someone passed away. You had a relationship with a friend or a lover, come to an end. You've gone your separate ways. I don't know. Maybe you were going to open up a business, but then, now you're in the middle of a divorce. It's just like you were on your way towards creating some type of wish fulfillment, right? Making it a reality. And then you got hit with this. And I understand that you have to heal from this. But don't forget about this. This is still waiting for you. And maybe focusing on this would actually be a good and healthy way for you to heal from this. And not as a distraction, but to remind you that you need to get back to living. And I know that's really tough when you're going through it, going through a loss or something like that. But I kind of feel like you were on the path to making this a reality, and then something unexpected happened. For others of you, you were on your path to making this happen, but something occurred here that triggered an old wound from the past. So again, I don't know when that Five of Cups happened for you, a week ago, a year ago, 10 years ago. If it's fresh and new, it kind of derailed you on moving forward with your path. And this message is telling you time to get back to that. It actually would be a healthy way for you to heal whatever this is. For others of you, you were making progress on the new, but something triggered some memory from the past. I don't know, maybe it was the anniversary when your dad died. Something like that kind of brought up old wounds. Or you got really close to starting this business, and then you remembered, oh God, the last time I did that 5 or 10 years ago, it failed. What if I fail again? I just see that you are on the path here to victory and happiness and this new goal. Yeah, look at that. 3 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, Ace of Cups. It's time for you to move towards this. You've had it on the back burner too long, and I actually think it would be like a healthy way for you to deal with this loss. And if this is fear and doubts because of something didn't work out for you in the past, I would say this would be a fantastic way for you to prove to yourself that the past does not dictate your future. If you lost that business 10 years ago, does not mean you will lose this one. I feel like whatever this is, you would really love. You've been wanting to do it for a long time. You started working on it. You started pouring some pentacle energy into it, whether that was time, love, money, commitment, but it kind of seems to have been derailed here because either a recent loss or something here triggered feelings about a past loss. I think it would be very therapeutic for you to get back to this. That basically is your message here from the divine. What is growing and evolving in your life that needs your attention? It appears to be whatever this Ace of Pentacles is that you are moving towards, but then you abruptly stopped applying yourself towards it. Time for you to apply yourself towards it once again. That's what I have for you, Leo, for the week of June 8th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo, my mercurial brothers and sisters. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of June 8th, 2025. Keep in mind, Virgo, this is not what you don't see coming. The tarot card of the week is more or less various ways for us to improve ourselves and become a better version of ourselves. So let's see what Source has for you. You have the Knight of Wands. What are you passionate and motivated about in your life? Time to get up and move forward. Very similar to the Leo message. So if you are a Lego or a Virgo, I think Lego, it sounds better. A Leo Virgo customer, meaning you're born within a few days of Leo season ending and Virgo season beginning. You may want to take a look at their reading as well. Bottom of the deck, 4 of Cups. Yeah, you're rejecting something here for whatever reason. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands here for Virgo. What do they need to know about the Knight of Wands? One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the 3 of Swords, very similar message to Leo. The Hermit, there you are, my love. The 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the 6 of Pentacles. That leaves the 8 of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. Virgo, I feel like there's something here that you actually want to invest in. And I don't know what this is for you. It could be opening up your own business, expanding a current business, learning a skill, expanding a skill, learning a new hobby, putting yourself out there. There's something here in this Emperor energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, you're looking at whatever this is and you're like, I would really like to do that. I'd really like to learn that. I'd really like to open that. I really want to write that book, right? There's something like you would really like to invest serious pentacle energy into this: time, love, money, etc., etc. But similar to Leo, you're focused on some kind of ending here in your life. And it's almost like the pain of this loss, whatever it has been for you, is almost preventing you from moving forward. I feel like whatever this is for you would be very, very successful. This is a financial endeavor, some type of investment, something you want to learn, a business you want to launch. I feel like it would be very, very successful for you. The only issue you seem to have is it's almost like you're incapable in some way of moving forward because you're holding on to pain from the past. And I don't know what that is for you, honey. The last time you started a business, it failed. Now you're afraid to do it again. You want to invest pentacle energy into putting yourself out there into the dating world. You're ready for love, but you're so afraid you're going to get hurt like you got hurt last time. There's something here, and you take it how it resonates to you, that you really could see yourself doing that, like opening that business, learning that skill, finding love again. But every time you get close to moving forward on whatever this is, you're kind of pulled back into this black vortex of pain of what happens if I lose the business again? What happens if I make a bad investment? I lose money again? What happens if I make myself vulnerable and I think I meet the one and it ends up being someone who breaks my heart and walks away from me? But you're not going to know until you actually try. You're a lot smarter and wiser than you were the last time this didn't work out for you. So why would you think that trying again or trying this new thing would yield the same results? You're not the same Virgo you were then. You're now the hermit. You're smarter and wiser. You've learned some valuable lessons. So you have all the skills, magician energy here, which is Virgo. You have all the skills and tools you need to actually do this. Again, I don't know what this is for you. Writing a book, opening up a business, it's something tangible. And it's something that for some of you actually could be quite profitable. But you're too focused on the pain or the loss. Like last time I did it, I failed, or it failed, or I'm just too consumed by the pain of what this is. I don't even want to think about, writing that book or opening that business. But this is divine telling you to move forward on this dream, move forward on this goal. If you feel like you're ready for love, don't let past heartache stop you from finding the person you're meant to be with, because love is out there for you. Knight of Cups. Don't be afraid of it, regardless of how many rejections or relationships you had that ended. Again, you're not showing up in this new relationship as the old Virgo. You're way smarter and wiser. You can see a red flag coming a mile away, and this time around, it does not look like a carnival. You can spot it, you know what it is, and you know how to avoid it. You're also a higher vibrational Virgo than you were in the past. So you're not, you're going to be attracting individuals at your frequency, at your vibration. So I'm not telling you the next person you meet will be the person you marry, but I doubt there'll be a dumpster fire. And the moment you sense they are, you're out. So I kind of think that what you've gone through, if this is love related, you're so much smarter and wiser. And if you feel you're ready for love, please don't let past disappointments and heartache prevent you from putting yourself out there and finding someone, because I think love comes in within a month of you being vulnerable enough to put yourself out there. And that's a big ask, I know. And only if you're ready, this is telling you to do it. If this is anything else in your life, again, a skill, a business, something like that, I actually think it would be healthy for you to work on it, whatever that is. Because if you are still trying to heal from whatever this wound or these wounds are, I think it could be quite therapeutic for you to reinvest your energy in something that will make you happy, something you've always wanted to learn. You know what I mean? Something that will make you money. For those of you where this is like career focused, that's a much better use of your pentacle energy than focusing on the pain. I'm not telling you not to heal or to ignore what you're feeling, but don't allow this to hold you back from what you want to do here. You don't have to spend 8 hours a day crying over this person. How about you be a little bit more like the merchant? You could spend 2 hours a day crying over that person, right? And take the other pentacles and invest it in this new thing. Again, I'm not telling you not to heal. That would be highly irresponsible of me. But if you can redirect just some of your energy into whatever this is for you, because you've got your eye on it. So I'm speaking to a group of you. You know exactly what this is. It's time to start investing a little pentacle energy into making that a reality. So what are you passionate and motivated about in your life? whatever this is, it's time to go for it. Don't let your past hold you back. That is what I have for you, Virgo, for June 8th, or the week of June 8th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of June 8th, 2025. Keep in mind, Libra, this is not what you don't see coming. The tarot card of the week is more or less messages from spirit or the divine universe, whatever you want to call it, to help us become a better version of ourselves. So your tarot card of the week is the 10 of Cups. What situation in your life is bringing forth completion and total happiness? Time for the Libra collective to review the situations, environments, or connections in their life that actually make them happy and identify the ones that do not. Tell me more about this here for Libra. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. If you have to question if something is love, you already know your answer. If you have to question whether or not a particular situation, environment, or connection is right for you, you already know your answer. If you have to question whether or not your partner is your happily ever after, you already have your answer. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. Look at the cards that came out. The Fool, the 10 of Wands, and the Death card, followed by Justice. Wow. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Sun. There's something here in your life, situation, environment, or connection, that at one time you thought would be part of your 10 of Cups, part of the aspects of your life that would enrich your life emotionally, that would make you very emotionally content and happy. One of these cups, and it could be multiple, right? I don't know your individual story, but out of these 10 cups, one or some actually are more of a 10 of Wands as opposed to a 10 of Cups. It's actually stress, and it's burden, and it's strife, and it's grief, and it's preventing you from moving forward. And the reason why that cup or those cups are causing you to feel so weighted and are causing such a burden on your life is because they're not fair and balanced. They're not pouring into you what you pour into them. Could be a job, friend, friendship, lover. You take it how it resonates to you. For some of you, it's a couple of people. It could be a friend, a family member, and a spouse. You know what I mean? It could be a boss, a client, and your neighbor. It could just be one person, your lover. But at some point you thought this was going to add to my happiness, and instead all it did was create stress, strain, and burden. There's a need here for you to realize that, and to realize that you can't change that. You can't make a person, place, or thing into something that it isn't. Maybe at one time it was part of your 10 of Cups, but today it's a 10 of Wands. Maybe it never was the 10 of Cups. Maybe we wanted to believe that, and that's okay. But there's still time to autocorrect here. There's still time to start over again, to put an end to whatever the cup or cups here are that have become burdensome for you. If you're waiting for someone to come in and rescue you, there is no one who's going to rescue you from this. You kind of have to be your own hero. This is, I feel, part of the lesson here for the Libra collective is to learn how to speak up for themselves, to not be people pleasers, and to not maintain situations, environments, or connections in their life that are not reciprocal. So there's a need here for you to speak your truth. King of Swords, that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Because, look, if this message is resonating for you, you already intuitively know it. The High Priestess card is here. So I'm not telling anything you don't know. Your intuition has been screaming at you for a long time that whatever, whomever this is not fair and balanced, actually causes you more stress and strain than it should. You have happiness on the other side of this, and you don't need me or any other tarot reader to tell you that. You intuitively know that anything other than this would be far happier for you. So if this is a job, I'm not telling you to quit your job, but I'm telling you to put yourself out there and find a new job so you can finally give this job notice. If this is a relationship that you have, you need to have a real honest assessment with yourself about why are you keeping this in your life? Is it because you're married to this person with that Justice card? Because time served, look, marriage is supposed to be two people coming together to build a happy life together. It's not a prison sentence. So whether you've been in it 5 years, 10 years, or 30 years, it doesn't mean you just continue to stay on it like it's some death row sentence. It's not. You deserve a partnership that is the Sun, 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. not one that is the Ten of Wands, because there's something unjust about it. So take the message how it resonates to you. You've been tolerating something for a long time because you either believe that it should be the Ten of Cups, or you really wanted to believe it would be the Ten of Cups, or maybe once upon a time it was, but it has changed. You've been holding on to it for a long time. This week, you don't necessarily need to leave it this week, but you do need to have a very honest conversation with yourself about it. And if it helps to do that in a mirror, it helped me a lot to be able to make decisions in my life. So I think that's when you can take this inspired action, Knight of Wands, to move away from whatever this is in that Six of Swords energy. But the first thing you need to do, I mean, you don't have to do anything. You have a divine gift of free will. But your lesson here for this week, basically, is to have an honest conversation with yourself that whatever this is, no longer is the Ten of Cups. And it's quite possible it never was. That is the first step to what I want to say is like the beginning of your new life or your new chapter. Just admitting it to yourself. That's what I have for you, Libra, for the week of June 8th, 2025. My heart is with you. I know it's not easy, but you can do it. That's what I have for you. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio, my moon babies. Let's see what our tarot card is for the week of June 8th, 2025. Keep in mind, Scorpio, this is not what you don't see coming. Tarot card of the week is more or less a way for us to become better version of ourselves. So let's see what the divine wants us to focus on this week. The High Priestess. What is your intuition trying to tell you about a particular situation, environment, or connection in your life? So, and some of us are ignoring our intuition or ignoring messages we're seeing, could be seeing, hearing, feeling from the divine. Tell me more about the High Priestess energy here for Scorpio this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. Why is the High Priestess the tarot card of the week for Scorpio? Why is the High Priestess tarot card of the week? One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. First card out, face up, is the Two of Cups. That is followed by the Ace of Swords and the Lovers, followed by the Ten of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Knight of Cups. Seven of Swords, the Moon, and the Five of Wands. Scorpio, I think you have a soulmate, soul bond connection here in your life that you're continually making the decision to keep this person in your life. Now, if this isn't your reading, just check another placement. But it's like you've got great clarity, and I love you for this. You have great clarity that whoever this person is, I'm going to make the choice to keep this person in my life, no matter how Ten of Wands burdensome this connection gets for me. And I love you for that, because you're owning the love that you have for this person. It's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to see it from another perspective. I'm going to show up differently in the relationship. This person is not showing up in the relationship. I don't know who this is for you, a parent, a sibling, your neighbor, your boss, your significant other. You're showing up, Two of Cups, Ace of Swords, the Lovers, the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to show up grounded. I'm going to love this person, Knight of Cups. I love this part of you. But whoever this person is, they're showing up as Seven of Swords, the Moon, and the Five of Wands. You're not on the same page as this person. And you're almost like refusing to see it. Your intuition is trying to tell you you're not on the same page as this person. But you're so rooted in the belief of the Hierophant that this relationship has to work that you're refusing to give up on it. And again, I love you for it, but you're sabotaging your own happiness. You've got the Ten of Wands here. It's a pretty heavy burden. You carry the load of this relationship. And whatever this is, I mean, for me, this is like with a family member. Maybe for some of you, it's also with a family member. It could be for some of you, even a lover. But your intuition is trying to tell you this person is not showing up in this relationship the way you are. I think that's the first thing you need to acknowledge, because like you don't want to see it. I think you make a lot of excuses for this person and that's because you're holding on to this belief that like, this is my parent. I got to, eat all this crow because that's mom and dad. No, you don't. No, you don't. Just because that's mom and dad does not mean that they have a right to show up in the connection. Seven of Swords, the Moon, and the Five of Wands, creating chaos and conflict and constantly filling you with doubts and fears and insecurities, or triggering abandonment issues you have or something like that, or lying to you or making you compete with your siblings for their affection. That's not a healthy mom or dad, parental child parent connection there that you have. So there's a need here for you to see this individual, and could be a string of them for some of you. I don't know your individual stories, but I know you carry the weight and load of the relationship or those relationships. And you keep thinking that if you can refine the way you speak or the way you show up, or if you can improve your finances, or if you could be more loving, you're putting all of the burden on you. And this person has no responsibility, because no matter how they show up, you're just going to continue to improve yourself. And if this message is hitting home for you, that's your intuition saying, yep, she's right, and you know it. If it's not resonating for you, then just check another placement. I want to get you advice here. How to deal with this person who's Seven of Swords, the Moon, and the Five of Wands. One more shuffle here, please, and thank you. We have the Wheel of Fortune jumped out, the Three of Pentacles, and Justice. Let me get three more on this. Five of Cups, the Magician, and the Knight of Wands. In terms of advice, I think there's two things that you can do here. I think you can have a conversation with this individual and express to them how you believe you show up in the connection and what you believe are the responsibilities that you bear, the burdens that you carry to keep the relationship flowing, the things you have done to show up as a better daughter or son or partner, et cetera, and how you perceive them showing up in the connection. You certainly can, I almost want to say, work on this relationship if this person is receptive to it. They may not be. They may not be. I got to be honest with you. But I kind of feel like it could go one or two ways. This person could say, all right, let me think about that, and then come back and say, you know what, you're right. I've been neglecting your needs, or I put you in competition with your siblings, or I don't show up in a manner that's fair and balanced, and let me work on that. Then I think that this can be fixable. For others of you, this person may come back and say, well, I don't have the time to do that. I have other responsibilities. Knight of Wands. I show up to the best of my ability. Take it or leave it. Or this is the way I've always parented, You don't like it now? Then go find another parent. I mean, this could go one or two ways. So this person can accept what you're saying to them, and then the two of you can, or maybe even you could help them here, right? Three of Pentacles to the Justice could be maybe even like you helping this person, help them become a better version of themselves, not to just acknowledge your needs, but, just to become a better human, a better 2.0 version of them. I think you have a strong possibility of doing that with this person. For others of you, this person is going to tell you they want nothing to do with you, or they're not changing, or you got to take them the way they are, or they're X years old and I'm not going to change now. And you got to be honest with yourself at that point and say, well, then what the hell am I doing? Why am I keeping this person in my life? I've now expressed what I've done to change and the way I show up. And I've clearly pointed out what they've done. They're acknowledging how they show up, but they're telling me, too effing bad, I'm not changing. Then you have a decision to make here, right? If you want to accept this person, Two of Wands, or if you want to leave them behind, Three of Swords and Six of Swords. But at least then you'll have the decision. At least you'll know where you stand with them and where they stand with you. But your intuition's already telling you whatever connection it says it's off balance, and you don't want to hear it because you're afraid of addressing it, because if you address it, some of you don't think this person will step up. I actually think this person will. I don't know if they're going to show up exactly how you have been, but I think the majority of you, this person surprises you. I do think you see some effort on their part. And I'm not going to tell you, they change for a week and, just forget about this. No, I would, be carefully observant of this individual. But I do see here a willingness for most of you, a willingness on this person's part to change. But you need to actually address this. Your intuition is screaming at you that this isn't fair, and you putting your head in the sand and continuing to carry the load of the connection is not good for your health. It's just not good for your emotional health, psychological health. It's probably affecting your money in some respect because you can't focus on work or maybe the business you want to launch or something like that. So I would have an honest conversation with this person. Give them the chance to grow the same way you have been in the process of growing. And after a period of time, you think they're making, great strides and change, fantastic. At least you listen to your intuition and you address the issues, and the two of you now are growing together. And if this person outright refuses, or a week later they're falling back into those bad habits again, whatever they are, then you know that you need to make the decision to walk away from them. But ignoring it is not the answer. And I think your intuition is telling you that. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio, for the week of June 8th, 2025. What is your intuition trying to tell you? For most of you, it's trying to tell you have a connection in your life that is off balance, and you need to address the off balance with this individual, whoever they are. Give them the opportunity to change. And if they do, great. And if they don't, now you have a decision to make. Can you continue to tolerate now knowing that they know they're not coming, not stepping up to the plate correctly, and they don't really freaking care? Or have they made the changes? That's up to you now. Do you want to say keep someone in your life that is knowingly not changing and further hurting you? That's a decision you'll make. But until you address it, you won't know. And this week, your intuition is screaming at you to at least address it. That's what I have for you, Scorpio, for the week of June 8th, 2025. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of June 8th, 2025. Keep in mind, Sag, this is not what you don't see coming. Tarot card of the week is more or less ways that we can improve ourselves or become better versions of ourselves. Your tarot card for the week is a Three of Wands. What new phase of your life are you ready to pursue? I think we saw that in your tarot card for the week. You had moves in silence, and you were moving in silence towards some new goal or project or something like that. For some of you, a new love partner even. So tell me why the Three of Wands is here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What new phase of your life are you ready to pursue? Tell me more about this here for Sag for this week. One more shuffle. Thank you. First card out, my dear, we have the Devil. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups. And we have the Five of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have Page of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Four of Swords. I say go for it. This is, the devil gets a bad rap in tarot, but the devil is Saturn in Capricorn, which is all about being obsessed and putting in the hard work. So there's something here that you've identified that you really love. You believe it is your Nine of Cups, or I shouldn't say it's your Nine of Cups. It's part of your Nine of Cups. It would make you happy to pursue whatever person or project this is. I feel like the only person getting in the way at this point is you. You can start this tomorrow, or at least start to acquire knowledge, Page of Pentacles, on how you can move forward. Eight of Wands to the Four of Swords, how you can move forward. I think whatever this idea here is for you, I think it's very healing. I don't know, for some of you, it'll help heal financial issues you have. It could help heal your heart. I think it's a very calming thing for your soul to move forward. And I would do this with, I hate to use the word obsession, but great tenacity and fire in your belly. Like I would pursue this. And, the Eight of Cups just means we're moving on to the Nine of Cups. So yeah, I think whatever this ace is, right? Ace of Cups plus Eight Cups equals 9. I think it'll make you really happy. I don't know what passion project this is. It could be relocating. I could be writing a book, some manuscript. I don't know what this is for you. It could even be entering the dating pool again. But it's time that you do it. Your soul is calling for you to move in this direction. And I feel like the only person getting in your way, that Five of Wands to the Four of Swords, is you. I actually think that you can, if you could quell those negative thoughts that you're having, if you could, Four Swords, the Five of Swords here, you'll see that the only thing standing in your way is you. I would move forward with whatever this is. This week, at least begin to acquire real tangible information on how to begin this or incorporate this business. Or if you're looking to relocate, just start looking at apartments or homes or different areas of the world that you want to move to. I wouldn't hold back on doing this. I feel like it does start a new phase or a new chapter in your life. I think a lot of you have put this off for a long time, and it's time now for you to become a little obsessive when it comes to making this dream a reality. So that's what I have for you, Saggy, for the week of June 8th, 2025. What new phase of your life are you ready to pursue? I think you know what it is, and I think it's time this week for you to at least start making incremental progress. That Six of Pentacles card there was at the bottom of the deck. Time for you to invest a little love, money, energy, commitment, etc., at least to learning. Page of Pentacles, how you can actually make this a reality for yourself. That's what I have for you, my dear. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of June 8th, 2025. Keep in mind, Cappy, that this is not what you don't see coming. The tarot card of the week reading is intended to help all of us become a better version of ourselves. So your tarot card for the week is the Queen of Wands. What are you passionate about and ready to create? Tell me more about the Queen of Wands here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about the Queen of Wands? And it can be King of Wands as well. I don't read gender or body parts in tarot. It's all energy. So tell me why the Queen of Wands here is the tarot card of the week for Cappy, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. Okay, we have Judgment, followed by the Knight of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. So there's a particular direction, it appears here, that you want to take. Something that encompasses your Nine of Cups. Doesn't have to be your complete total wish fulfillment. And I hardly ever see the Nine of Cups as that, to be honest. I don't think one thing can truly make us fulfilled, right? I typically see the Nine of Cups as 9 things in my life that really bring me emotional contentment or happiness. So one of your cups here, so to speak, it's like you want to go after it. You want to charge forward in this direction. You've made the judgment call. I want to make that Ace of Cups a reality. Maybe for some of you, that's becoming vulnerable and putting yourselves out there and meeting, the love of your life or your next soulmate. For others of you, this could be a dream or a wish that you have, maybe to open up your own business, or if you are a business owner, how to expand that business. For others of you, this could be like a skill or, that you want to learn or expand, or maybe even a new hobby you want to take up. It's different for all of you, but the collective energy here for the Capricorn collective is, I made a decision that doing this or pursuing this would make me very emotionally content or would add to my happiness. And so I want to move forward towards it. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, and 4 of Cups. There's something here about either feeling not worthy enough or not good enough, or, I can't make myself vulnerable as much as I want to move forward and find my next soulmate. I'm hesitant to move forward in that 3 of Wands. I want to move forward, but 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. What if I don't find anyone? What if I find someone and they end up rejecting me? What if the love is unrequited? This is a lot of negative what if thinking. Maybe you have identified a job you really want to apply for, but you're holding yourself back from applying for because what if they don't accept me? Or what if I end up being accepted, but then I'm not happy there? So it's almost like allowing past disappointments to prevent you from moving forward towards something that you have identified that would make you really happy. 6 of Pentacles, look at that. Queen of Wands to the Queen of Wands to the 8 of Swords to the Sun card. There's something here about these negative thoughts. The 8 of Swords for me is like lower octave of the devil. And all of those negative what ifs. What if it doesn't work out? What if they don't want me? What if I can't find a person? I don't know. Maybe for some of you, you are already in a connection, but you want to have a discussion with your partner about taking the relationship to a higher level of commitment. But it's like, what if we're not on the same page? What if they reject me? There's a message here for you, should you, choose to take it, is to actually see the reality of the situation. That the only thing stopping you from moving forward towards this is yourself, your negative thoughts, whether that's just ones that you're creating yourself, or maybe they are rooted in some kind of loss that you experienced in the past. But there's something here about not allowing your past to hold you back, Capricorn. So I don't know what this is here for you, but it's something passionate. It's something you want to create. It's something you want to add to your life. And you seem very resistant to move towards it because of maybe past failures or negative experiences you had in the past, or could even be some self-worth or self-confidence issues that you've developed over the years. But your message here from the divine this week is just begin to invest something, right? The 6 of Pentacles card is the energy of an individual. It's like it's a merchant, right? In the card, it's a merchant. They have 6 pentacles. They reserve 1 for themselves. They give 3 to this and 2 to this. So divine is not telling you to completely abandon everything in your life and just focus on this one cup, right? This one dream that you want. But you can begin to invest some pentacle energy into it, some time, some love, maybe some money if that's what is required here, like to go to school to learn a skill or something like that. But it's like take action today to move towards your happiness here, because whatever this is, it's not only 10 of Cups, but for many of you, it's 10 of Pentacles. It could actually create a generational wealth here for you, or at least a very comfortable lifestyle. But again, there's something here within you that says, I don't have the education for that, or I don't know how to do that, or no one would hire me. There's just a lot of self-doubt and a lot of self-confidence issues. And I don't know, for some of you, that's rooted in childhood. That's possible. For others of you, like I said, maybe one failure, like a significant failure in your life or something disastrous that happened, is preventing you from moving forward. But you need to see things very clearly here in this Ace of Swords energy, that the only thing holding you back from this is you. And that's the real talk that you need to have with yourself this week. And then begin to invest some pentacle energy into moving towards whomever or whatever this is. This could be relocation for some of you. You know, again, I don't know what this is for each of you individually, but I know that the only thing holding you back from moving towards it is you. So this week, let's try to think more rationally, see things more clearly, that this is a lot closer to becoming a reality than you realize. And don't allow your past or any negative experiences you have had or self-doubt or anything like that hold you back from making this dream a reality. That's what I have for you, Cappy, for the week of June 8th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of June 8th, 2025. Keep in mind, my aqua babies, this is not what you don't see coming. The tarot card of the week is more or less messages from the divine to help us become a better version of ourselves. Your tarot card of the week is the Six of Wands. Are you ready to be recognized for all of your efforts and achievements? Tell me more about the Six of Wands energy here for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about the Six of Wands this week? Bottom of the deck, we have the Empress, something that you have been working on or trying to revitalize or give birth to, give life to. I feel like you're very close to achieving this goal. Some of you might be uncomfortable with receiving the accolades for whatever this achievement is, but I kind of feel like the divine is telling you here to get ready. Get ready for the congratulations and the pats on your back and all of that. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your first card out, my dear, is the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is something you have been working on. The World card, this whole new cycle in your life. Three of Wands. You've been moving forward with whatever this is. In the Hermit energy, I kind of feel here like you've been keeping it to yourself. And I kind of feel like the world or your world is about to find out what this is that you have been working so diligently on. High Priestess, really keeping it to yourself. Hangman and the Hierophant. Look at all the major arcana cards you have here. The World, the Hermit, the High Priestess, the Hangman, and the Hierophant. I think you've been doing something here very monumental. One, I think a lot of you have been working on yourselves. Bravo to you on that. It's quite possible that this week, people in your circle, right, within your world, within your sphere of connections, might start recognizing that you have changed, that you have leveled up in some way. Whatever that is to you. Maybe you've healed some wounds within yourself, or you've changed the way you talk, or there's something here where you have leveled up spiritually, and that has changed you as a person. And again, that's different for all of you what that is, but I think this week some people will be recognizing this change or these changes within you because of your demeanor or how you present yourself, like in a meeting or talking to someone. It's almost like this person or these people are going to look back and think to themselves like, Aquarius, you come a long way, baby. Like you're a lot different. And so some of these individuals might actually say something to you like, wow, you have really changed. And I would not take that as a negative or as an insult. It's definitely a compliment here that you've come a long way. For others of you, you have been working very diligently to master something, master your craft, launch a project. Again, I think you've been keeping a lot of it under wraps or to yourself. And I feel like this week, again, the world, whether this is something you're putting online, like social media, people are going to see about it, or it's just like within your world, like within your circle. Again, I feel like you're presenting this or releasing this to the public. This is just a heads up that it will be very well received. So get ready for the accolades. Don't talk it down. Oh, it was nothing. No, it's not nothing. What you did took a tremendous amount of work. And as you receive these accolades, for some of you, you could actually be like receiving an award from work or something like that, maybe even a promotion to thank you for your efforts on what you've been working on here. I would accept it with grace, and I would not talk yourself down on this. You put a tremendous amount of mind, body, soul and spirit into whatever this is. So yeah, definitely embrace the congratulations and all the accolades. I feel like I'm speaking to an Aquarius who's receiving some kind of bonus or something like that from work also for a job well done. And again, there's something here about don't be too modest. Like don't It's a good thing to be modest. Don't get me wrong. You don't want to be so egoic. Like, yeah, I know no one else could have done this but me. But there is something here of saying like, thank you. Yeah, I worked very hard on that project, and I'm most grateful that you've recognized my efforts. Like, I feel like whatever you do, like, don't talk yourself down. You don't have to talk yourself up on whatever this is. Like, it's the product or the project or whatever it is here that you're launching, or maybe again, just the way that you're presenting yourself. All of that will speak for itself. So I don't think this is anything about you being egoic and talking anything up. I just feel like there's a need here for you to recognize the effort you've put in. And when other people recognize it this week, accept it. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. I really like this for you. I'm not sure what you're all working on individually, but it looks pretty spectacular. And it looks like it is being recognized this week, or your efforts are being recognized this week. And yeah, while it's nice to be modest, it's also nice to also be able to say, thanks for, appreciating my work or my effort or something like that. Again, I keep hearing like, don't talk yourself down, or don't talk your efforts down. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius, for the week of June 8th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces. Let's see what your tarot card is for the week of June 8th, 2025. Keep in mind, Pisces, this is not what you don't see coming. The tarot card of the week is more or less messages from the divine on how we can evolve and become a better version of ourselves. So your tarot card of the week is the Knight of Swords. What action needs to be taken to get something accomplished? So there's something here you've been wanting to do, and maybe you have been a bit reserved on taking action for whatever reason. But I feel like it's time for you to get going. And this could be anything, this could be rearranging your closets. It could be learning a new skill. It could be applying for a job. Again, I don't know what this is for you, but the Knight of Swords holds the sword of truth. So whatever this is, you see it with great clarity. It's the direction you want to move in, or the next thing that you want to do. And there's something you're holding you back from doing it. And this card is just simply telling you, don't let anything hold you back from accomplishing this task, this goal, or this dream. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords here for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Thank you. We have the Five of Swords, and we have the Sun card. That is followed by the Chariot and the Six of Cups. You, Capricorn, Sagittarius, and maybe it was Virgo. So if you have any of those high placements, maybe you want to take a look at those readings as well. But very similar message. You have identified something or someone you want to move towards. You see this as being your 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. I mean, this is, the Sun card is the happiest card in the deck, right? It's the Disneyland of cards. And then yet you have been very resistant, Five of Swords, from moving towards it. Now, for some of you, this is internal conflict. Five of Swords could mean the thoughts that we're telling ourselves, like, I can't do it, I shouldn't do it, or creating 1,000 reasons why you shouldn't move forward with whatever this is. For others of you, moving towards this might cause conflict with others. And so you're resisting moving forward because of that. But Four of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Temperance, I think if you don't move forward on whatever this is, or in whatever direction this is, it could possibly become a missed opportunity. And for some of you, this would lead you to being more financially abundant. So there's something here. And look, let's say I'm speaking to a Pisces where you come from, I don't know, a long line of accountants in your family, and that's what you've been for the last 30 years of your life. And now suddenly, I don't know, you want to become a sous chef. But you're afraid. You have to tell the family, I got to leave the family business, or I'm going to start taking classes now to learn this new skills. I can enter this new industry. But if that's your childhood dream and the Six of Cups, and that's calling to you to do that for whatever reason, I wouldn't let what these people do or say, or even what their reactions are, prevent you from going after this dream or this goal. Because I kind of feel like if you hold back in that Four of Pentacles, oh God, Nine of Swords, Three of Wands, you're going to spend the rest of your life regretting why you didn't move forward on it. And now it doesn't mean you can't move forward on this in the future, but how much more time are you going to lose moving towards whatever this is? Because you haven't moved towards it. You haven't moved towards it yet, because it could create some conflict here. I don't know what this is for you. I mean, I could be speaking to Pisces where you want to get a divorce, but no one in my family has ever gotten a divorce, right? I don't know what the people will say. What will, my neighbors think? What will the community think? I don't know. What are you going to think of yourself when you grow old and you realize that you missed a chance of finding true love out there, or a stable connection, because you chose to stay in something that maybe looked good on paper, Queen of Pentacles, but wasn't actually fair and balanced to you? Like, why miss the opportunity to find true love? Same thing for those of you, where you're single and you really want to get out there, really want to meet my next soulmate, but you're so caught up in your head because of past losses that you've had in relationships and failures and heartbreaks and all of that. It's just like, I'm going to hold myself back from moving forward and actually, look, finding my counterpart, Queen of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. I know that person is out there, but because every other relationship beforehand didn't pan out, I don't want to move towards finding this soulmate. Why? Why end up spending the rest of your life without that person? Because you didn't want to be vulnerable to get out there and meet them. So I don't know what this is for you. Relocation, changing jobs, totally changing industries, leaving one person to become single in the hopes of finding someone else in the future, leaving this single life to actually find a committed partner. There's something here you've been wanting to move on. You know that it would make you very happy to do this. Or to find this person, you know what I mean? Or launch this business, or even just learn that skill. This could be as simple as, I say simple, but it could be like taking cooking classes. But if it's something you really want to do and you want to do it for a long time and you have the resources to do it, why not do it? So your tarot card of the week is, what action needs to be taken to get something accomplished? I don't know what this goal or this dream is, but this is a fantastic week for you to write out a 1 through 10 or however long of a list it is of all the things you need to make that come true. Put them in order and just start working on one of them this week, because I would hate to see you get to a point in your life where you're going to regret taking that. The Ace of Cups is waiting for you. That new beginning, that thing you want to go after, that you really love, you've wanted to do for the longest time, it's waiting there for you. But no one's going to ring your doorbell and hand it to you on a silver platter. You actually have to put some work into making this dream a reality. And so it's time for you to become the magician here. And the magician isn't just hoping and praying for that ace to come along, that Ace of Cups or Ace of Pentacles, like whatever this is for you. The magician holds all 4 aces. And so they need to co-create with the divine. So it's almost like get busy living or get busy dying. So I don't know what this is for you, but start creating that plan, that list of requirements, like whatever it is. And just do one thing this week, or acquire information on one thing off that list that you can kind of check off and go, okay, next week I'm going to work on the next thing. Or maybe the next day I work on the next thing. I don't know how easy or complicated this is for you, but I know that if you don't start, you'll never get there. And it very likely could become a missed opportunity for you. And why do that to yourself? So that's what I have for you, Pisces, for the week of June 8th, 2025. What action needs to be taken to get something accomplished? Something you have identified as the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. Get busy living, my love, or get busy dying. That's what I have for you. I love that movie, by the way. For the week of June 8th, 2025. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Well, there you have it, everyone. Your tarot card of the week for all 12 signs, plus the placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Quick little collective reading now for all of us, utilizing the mystery card here at the bottom of the deck, which just happens to be the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles asks us, what situation in your life is calling you to have independence and self-realization? So 9 of Pentacles is one of 2 very independent energies in tarot. Actually, all 9s in tarot are actually lean towards independence. But the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups is really me, myself, and I. So whether you're partnered or coupled really doesn't have anything to do with this. There's something here where you've lost your independence along the way, or you've given up your power. This isn't telling you to abandon every situation, environment, or connection in your life, but it is calling for you to reclaim your independence. You can still function in those situations, environments, or connections, provided they're not toxic. But you can still function in them in an independent way as opposed to a codependent way. So, and there's something here about that, like you needing to realize that. So tell me more about this here for the collective, all signs, and the placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What do they need to know about the 9 of Pentacles? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your first card out, the Tower. Self-realization, the aha epiphany moment. I don't have to leave blank. I just need to change the way I show up in blank or with blank. The next card, the Ace of Swords, and that, my friend, is the truth. I'll give you a quick example before I go any further. There's a local community group, association that I volunteer in. And I've often found myself in the past and it's volunteer, putting in way too much time and energy into it. I mean, to the point of just being depleted. Like it was eating up hours of my day, researching things and policies and ordinances and cross-comparing with other towns. But I was very invested in it, right? I really like what I do for them. I love helping them that way, and it helps my community. but I started becoming resentful almost of the of the group, of the organization. And then I had to have that self-realization moment. Actually, I had it 2 weeks ago because I was going to quit. I was actually going to, I was so close sending them a letter and saying, you know what? I can't do this anymore. It's eating up too much of my time. But then I had that aha epiphany moment of the tower of, I don't need to exit that group. I really like what I do. It's very beneficial to the town, and they're great people that I get to create and co-create with, and change the community for the better. Why would I want to leave that? I actually enjoy it, but I need to become more independent. And being more independent, I can't be codependent on them, and they can't be codependent on me. That was the realization I had. And so I need to change the way I show up. That doesn't mean throw my hands up and leave all the work to them, but it is having having a conversation with them, delegating the work better, getting them as interested in what I'm doing, maybe sharing my research with them, and then having them each branch off and do their own thing. I don't have to quit the community group, the association that I have with them, but I need to show up differently. And there's something here like this. It's could be a situation, environment, or connection. Maybe you're just, up to your eyeballs where you're like, I'm done, I'm going to bail. But do you really need to bail? Or do you need to actually communicate the truth and then become more independent or autonomous within it? Not abandon it, but change the way you show up in it. The Chariot. Maybe that's the way forward. Queen of Cups. Slow and steady progress, because the Chariot in this deck is actually a snail. So maybe that's how you can change this. So you can still pour your love into whomever or whatever this is, but maybe do it from a more reserved place as opposed to going all in. Maybe that's the realization here for the collective. We have 10 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and Death. It's like your decision. You can end this completely, right? That's one of your options here, collective. You can end this completely. I'm ending this relationship. I'm going to quit reading tarot. I'm going to quit that, community group that I absolutely love being a part of. Or 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, 4 of Pentacles. I can decide that I will only give some of my energy towards it because I need to reserve my energy towards my other responsibilities. I can only give some of my time to it. Doesn't mean I love it less, but I have other responsibilities I have to invest my time in, or my money, or et cetera, et cetera. There's something here of taking the leadership role and the responsibility, Queen of Wands, for how you're showing up in whatever this is. So you don't have to completely abandon it. Aha, epiphany moment. You don't have to middle finger whomever, whatever this is. Just be more reserved, 4 of Pentacles, and hold yourself back because you have other things you need to do in your life and you can't be fully invested in whomever or whatever this is. It's not fair to everything else you need to work on, and it's certainly not fair to yourself. Hierophant. That is the lesson for the week for all of us. So I'll give you another quick example. Let's say that you have a love relationship, right? Are you too invested in that relationship? I'm not telling you to abandon it. Look, if it's toxic, that's a totally different story. If it's abusive, totally different story. But are you investing all of your time? And I'm not speaking down to you. I'm talking to you as someone who was there a long time ago. Do you spend the majority of your day looking at your phone, waiting for that text message? Why? That's being codependent on the relationship. You can exist in that relationship in a more healthy way and invest your time into it up to a point, but then invest your time to do other things. I don't know, there's skills you need to do, a business you want to launch, something you want to learn, housework, taking care of yourself. You can exist in this connection, provided it's not, like I said, toxic and abusive and all of that. But there is a way to learn, oh, I can exist in this connection, but it doesn't mean it has to eat up 24 hours of my day. I have other responsibilities. So I can stay in it and become like autonomous and independent within it, as opposed to being toxic codependent within it. There's a big difference. You don't have to quit on everything when it gets hard. You just need to have an honest conversation with whomever, whatever that entity is, to explain to them the burdens that you've been carrying and what you're going to do moving forward to alleviate them so you can continue whatever this is. So you've got 2 choices here this week with whatever or whomever this is, situation, environment, or connection. You can blow it sky high and end it, or you can choose to keep it and nurture it a little bit differently. And in that respect, that would leave some pentacle energy for you to nurture yourself and your other dreams and goals and aspirations. The choice is yours. I feel like this is a very, valuable lesson here for the collective this week. That's what I have for you. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for all of you again, I hope you have a fantastic week. And as always, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.